Britain never rushed into building supercars. Instead, it experimented quietly, blending racing knowledge, handcrafted engineering, and bold ideas. Before British supercars earned global fame, this era laid the intellectual and technical groundwork. Let's begin with the foundation and experimental era, 1960–1979. Jaguar XJ13 Experimental V12 Prototype. The Jaguar XJ13 was never intended for public sale. Developed in the mid-1960s as a Le Mans-focused project, it featured a mid-mounted V12 and lightweight construction. Though it never raced competitively, it represented Britain's first serious attempt at a purpose-built supercar concept. Lotus Europa Twin Cam, borderline inclusion. The Lotus Europa Twin Cam introduced a mid-engine layout to British road cars. Built around lightweight philosophy rather than raw power, it emphasized handling precision and balance. While borderline as a supercar, it strongly influenced Britain's future approach to performance design. Aston Martin V8 Vantage, early high-performance foundation. The Aston Martin V8 Vantage laid the groundwork for British high-performance luxury. Introduced in the 1970s, it combined a powerful V8 engine with hand-built craftsmanship. Though front-engined, its speed and exclusivity positioned Aston Martin toward the emerging supercar category. Moving on to the classic British supercar era, 1918–1918. Aston Martin V8 V580 lineage begins. The Aston Martin V8 Vantage entered the 1980s as Britain's muscle-driven supercar. With heavily upgraded power and hand-built construction, the V550 and V558 variants transformed a luxury Grand Tourer into a brutally fast machine. It emphasized torque, exclusivity, and craftsmanship over electronic assistance. Lotus Esprit Turbo. The Lotus Esprit Turbo brought forced induction into British supercar engineering. Building on a lightweight mid-engine chassis, the turbocharged setup delivered sharp performance and improved high-speed capability. Its combination of wedge styling and precision handling made it a defining British supercar of the decade. TVR 350i 31901 ZFT, early TVR performance era. TVR's 350i and 390 SE represented raw, uncompromising British performance. Lightweight bodies, powerful engines, and minimal driver aids defined their character. These cars established TVR's reputation for delivering extreme speed and excitement without filtering the driving experience. Continuing with the technology and global recognition era, 1990–1999, Jaguar XJ220. The Jaguar XJ220 marked Britain's arrival on the global supercar leaderboard. Introduced in the early 1990s, it became the world's fastest production car at launch. Designed around aerodynamic efficiency and high-speed stability, it proved that Britain could compete at the very top of the supercar world. McLaren F1. The McLaren F1 redefined what a supercar could be. Developed with a central driving position, lightweight construction, and a naturally aspirated V12, it focused on purity rather than electronics. Its record-breaking speed and engineering excellence elevated Britain to the pinnacle of automotive history. Lotus Esprit V8. The Lotus Esprit V8 represented the ultimate evolution of the Esprit lineage. By adding a twin-turbo V8 to its lightweight mid-engine chassis, Lotus delivered supercar-level performance while maintaining sharp handling. It demonstrated Lotus's ability to blend power with precision engineering. TVR Cerberus. The TVR Cerberus pushed British supercars into a new level of intensity. Featuring a powerful in-house V8 and a lightweight design, it delivered extreme performance with minimal electronic assistance. Its aggressive character and raw driving experience defined TVR's uncompromising philosophy during the 1990s. Progressing to the race der third Supercar era, 2000–2009, McLaren SLR. From Misery's McLaren collaboration. The McLaren SLR combined Formula One influence with high-speed grand touring. Developed in partnership with Mercedes-Benz, it used a supercharged V8 and carbon fiber construction, designed for stability at extreme speeds. It represented a fusion of racing technology and luxury performance. Noble M12. The Noble M12 focused on purity and balance. Built with lightweight construction and twin turbocharged power, it delivered serious performance without electronic driver aids. Its emphasis on handling and driver involvement earned it respect among hardcore enthusiasts. Noble M400. The Noble M400 refined the M12's formula into a more focused machine. With increased power, reduced weight, and improved chassis tuning, it became one of the fastest driver-focused supercars of its time. Its minimalist approach highlighted performance over comfort. TVR Sagaris. The TVR Sagaris embodied raw British aggression, featuring dramatic aerodynamics, lightweight construction, and a high-revving engine. It prioritized track performance and excitement. With no electronic safety nets, it delivered an unfiltered driving experience. Aston Martin Vanquish. The Aston Martin Vanquish blended supercar performance with British luxury. Introduced in the early 2000s, it featured a V12 engine and advanced materials. It represented Aston Martin's move toward modern manufacturing while maintaining elegance and exclusivity. McLaren MP412C. The book McLaren MP412C marked McLaren's return as a standalone supercar manufacturer. Introduced in the early 2010s, it featured a carbon fiber monocoque, twin-turbo V8, and advanced suspension systems. It established McLaren's modern design language and technology-first approach. McLaren P1. The McLaren P1 pushed Britain into the hybrid hypercar era, combining a twin-turbo V8 with electric assistance. It focused on extreme aerodynamics and track performance. Designed around lap times rather than top speed alone, it redefined McLaren's position at the top of the supercar world. Aston Martin 177. The Aston Martin 177 represented handcrafted British exclusivity. Built in extremely limited numbers, it featured a naturally aspirated V12 and carbon fiber construction. Every example was bespoke, emphasizing luxury, rarity, and traditional craftsmanship blended with modern performance. Aston Martin Vulcan. The Aston Martin Vulcan was a track-only hypercar built without compromise. Powered by a high-revving V12 and featuring extreme aerodynamics, it was designed solely for circuit use. Its limited production and raw focus made it one of Aston Martin's most extreme creations. Lotus Evija. Late decade reveal. The Lotus Evija signaled a radical shift for Lotus. Revealed near the end of the decade, it embraced full electric power with unprecedented output and lightweight design goals. It represented Britain's entry into the electric hypercar future. McLaren 720S. The McLaren 720S refined McLaren's supercar formula. With a lighter chassis, improved aerodynamics, and a more powerful twin-turbo V8, it delivered both usability and extreme performance. It became one of the most capable and balanced supercars of its generation. And finally, we move to the ultra-hypercar and future era, 2020 present. Gordon Murray T present. The Gordon Murray T Printer. The Gordon Murray T Print 5, the modern hypercar through purity, built around a high-revving, naturally aspirated V12 and an active aerodynamic fan system. It rejected hybridization in favor of lightweight engineering. Its central driving position and obsessive weight control reflected Murray's Formula One philosophy brought to the road. Gordon Murray T33. The Gordon Murray T33 distilled the T50's ideas into a more road-focused hypercar, using the same naturally aspirated V12 but with softer aerodynamics and greater usability. It emphasized driver engagement over spectacle. Limited production ensured exclusivity while maintaining engineering purity. McLaren Speedtail. The McLaren Speedtail focused on extreme top-speed performance. Designed as a Hyper GT, it combined hybrid power, elongated aerodynamics, and a central driving position inspired by the McLaren F1. It represented McLaren's exploration of speed, luxury, and future-facing design. Aston Martin Valkyrie. The Aston Martin Valkyrie brought Formula One level aerodynamics to a road-legal hypercar. Developed with Red Bull Racing, it used a naturally aspirated V12, extreme downforce, and minimal weight. It blurred the line between race car and road car more than any British machine before it. Lotus Evija, production era. The production Lotus Evija marked Britain's full commitment to electric, hypercars. With immense electric output and aggressive aerodynamics, it combined Lotus's lightweight philosophy with cutting-edge EV technology. It represented a complete reinvention of British performance thinking. McLaren Solus GT. The McLaren Solus GT abandoned road legality entirely. Designed as a single-seat, track-only hypercar, it emphasized downforce, weight reduction, and extreme lap-time performance. Produced in very limited numbers, it showcased McLaren's vision of unrestricted future performance.